my motor is gone. Yeah, it's really gone. And no, it's not gone because my wife told me if I didn't get rid of my boat and motor that she was divorcing me. No, not that. Oh, and it's not because I had to sell my motor to make my house payment. Not yet, anyway, all right? Not yet. And yeah, it's, yeah, I sold it because I got something else in the works that's gonna replace this 9.9. But the kicker is I can't get it until the beginning of November. 2020 9.9 Mercury, loved the motor, great motor, never gave me any problems whatsoever. But you know what I'm replacing it with? What's that? I'm sorry, I still didn't hear you. Yes, that's right. A 2020 25 horsepower Mercury, baby, the gun show. Yes, replacing it with a freaking just kick-ass 25 horsepower, and I'll line them up with anybody now. I can't wait to get that freaking motor on here. Now, like I said, the 9.9 was a great motor. The lakes that I was planning on fishing when I first got this John boat was like 9.9 lakes. Never go to them. I only hit big water. Go big or go home, right? I just got tired of being slow. You know, like 14, 15 mile per hour, that's pretty slow. The 25 horsepower is gonna hopefully get me up in the mid 20s. I'm hoping. You know, I just never went, you know, it's like Smith Mountain Lake's right down the road from me, and that's pretty much all I go, or Bugs Island, or, you know, I go to big waters. And I can still go to these little 9.9s. The amount of time that I actually fish on these little 9.9 lakes, I mean, dude, I could use my trolling motor, because I really don't go to them that much. I got a heck of a deal on this 25 horsepower. It has 12 hours on it. It's got tilt trim, okay? So when he told me it had tilt trim, I really didn't know. I thought, well, I'm like, well, hell, my 9.9's got tilt trim. You pull it out. Remember, got 3 different trim locks. So I didn't understand what tilt trim was. Tilt trim is electric trim. There's a little button that you hit that raises the motor and lowers the motor, like money. Also, it has electric start. But what am I gonna do with myself when I get this motor on here? Seriously, electric start, tilt trim, an extra prop, a cranking battery, and a motor-toda. I've never used a motor-toda on my 9.9 because I really didn't need one, but this 25, a little bit bigger, a little bit more stress on the transom, it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Run down and beat it.
Yeah, yeah, you do. You look run down and just
look at this dog.
Beat it up.
Look.
You're 20 years old.
Look.
You're a teacher.
Look at this dog.
So yeah, the 9.9 that I sold actually still had a year warranty left, and like the motor was, I know I've got more than 12 hours on my motor, but I sold it to a buddy of mine, really good price, and just the thought of getting a 25 horsepower on this John boat is going to be life-changing, not game-changing. Nobody says that anymore, right? Game-changing is kind of like went out in the 80s. It's going to be life-changing because I can go places faster. I'm going to look gooder going places, and it's going to look cooler, and it's got tilt trim, got electric start, got power steering. I mean, you just don't know how jacked I am to get this motor. The downfall is I can take my boat out, but I can only use my trolling motor, which is not bad, but I just can't, you know, it's like I got to stay close to the ramp. And the trolling motor does pretty good. It's a 24 volt, so I can, you know, I went this morning and caught a decent one. The wind is an issue blowing me around because I have no weight back here really. I've got, you know, a couple batteries. But yeah, I mean, it's worth the wait, I think. Because like next week I could go out of town and film for Fishing University for like a week. If I went and got it now, I'd be thinking about it the whole time I was out working. Like the first thing I'm gonna do when I get that motor on this boat, yes, you guessed it. God, you're so smart. I love my subs. I'm gonna do a Mercury 2020 25 horsepower top speed test. Yes, that's my #1 viewed video on my channel is my 9.9 top speed. I ain't doing it for the reviews. I'm doing it because people are curious, because I know when I was buying my motor for my John boat, I wanted to see how fast it would go. Now this is a sled. You know, I've got a lot of wood in here, and it's a 16 by 48, kind of a heavy boat. And my top speed on my 9.9 was like 15 to 16 mile per hour. First thing I'm gonna do is do a top speed test with that 25 after I run the piss out of it, gloat about it, pass all my buddies in their brand new bass boats. Thanks for watching this video. Just a quick update on why I don't have a motor. I did like a little, I don't know if it was like a YouTube short or something like that. I was like, dude, where's my motor? I got a couple messages on Instagram, like somebody still, no, nobody stole it. I sold it. I sold the motor straight up, buddy, and I get the new one here in probably 2 or 3 weeks, buddy. I cannot wait. Thanks for watching. Catch me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Till the next time. Flip flop.